Okie dokie, we should be all live and ready to go. Hello, Alex. How's it going, man? So, welcome to Nattering and Battering. This has been a pretty fun series of streams to do. I've very much enjoyed just having a bit of a natter and the occasional game here and there. As per usual, if you fancy a game, I've got it pinned up top. If you fancy a game, throw us a comment in chat and we'll have a go. But before we get to some potential battering, we definitely need to do a fair chunk at Nattering because, if you weren't aware, the London Grand Tournament is tomorrow. So there are all kinds of games there. I believe 40k is there. I'm pretty sure Malifaux is there even. But also, I think for the first time ever, WARCRY is at LGT. And WARCRY being at LGT is kind of sexy. Especially when it's been ran by my boy Phylax from WARCRY UK. This guy's been an absolute legend in the community long before WARCRY, and since he started WARCRY and getting all that going up, he has done so many tournaments, which is kind of exciting. Alex, Helm Smith's release tomorrow, so maybe FAQ Part 2 as well. That would be really good. That would be a really interesting release if that did happen. I would be a little bit surprised because we haven't had simultaneous WARCRY releases with Age of Sigmar for a while. It would be very, very nice though. It would be pretty darn good. Blau Kings, yeah, it's always a spicy toast stream. Every stream is a spicy toast stream. I'll zoom this in a little bit, just so it might actually be a bit easier to view on stream here. So let's take a little gander. So 18 people have signed up and submitted their lists. It's been run, of course, by WARCRY UK, Lord of the 8 Points at the London GT. And this event is, from what I understand, quite the killy event. Before I go into the lists, although we have a fair few to go through here, which I'm quite excited to look at, and some familiar names. I'm very jealous that I wasn't able to attend this one. Let's have a look at the actual the pack. The pack is not out. Never mind. The pack is not in the link, which is a bit of a shame. If we shabadoosh and do a little bit of trickery, we might be able to find it. Because it might actually just be on the WARCRY UK page. Because it's not in the more info page yet. So if we go to Google and put in WARCRY UK. Not in Wartally. Is this WARCRY UK? Is it .UK? Maybe. Hey, there we go. The wonderful green, the wonderful yellow of WARCRY UK. Hey, there's me over there as well, and also there. I'm in a lot of these pictures apparently. So theoretically, there should be an event thing. We're going to find it. We're going to get this. We're going to get this done. Pack, mission pack. Let's go. We're checking out the mission pack. Also, let's get this back on good old full screen. Get this nice and zoomed in. Let's give it a little gander. So I believe monsters are legal. Monsters are legal, which is always good to see. And thralls are also legal, which they're always legal, but it's very rare you ever see a thrall. Makes us very sad to this day. I made a whole video about it, and it didn't help thralls play. Thralls play number, sadly. There are some very good thralls in the game. We have some FAQ clarifications. This is what they've WARCRY has deemed to be the intended. So an Ember Watch, which remains undone for us, is meant to be the Ember Watch and Hero Remark, which means that you can actually use the ability. Dedicated Guardians does not break. Crojax Eye Shred is a last all game. So if you pop it off, it's on all game unless you heal. Pretty cool. Immolation actually means on Firegeist, means that you do die and you aren't just taken off the board and not killed. And the Iron Jaws Ardbot, this is going off of the the Warhammer World clarification that never got put in the FAQ, which is very bizarre, but it has been clarified directly by Games Workshop on about 3 tournaments. And this is just that to clarify the odd boy boss and big boss issues that came, what, last year? Insane. So let's have a look at the games. So round 1. Ooh, here we go. So from what I understand, Phylax will be rolling a dice or flipping a coin per round and picking the missions. From what I understand, all of these missions are murderous, like proper killy. So the Slaughter brand, let's have a look. Yep, Blood Tally, good to go. Skies Darken. So what are the twists? Yes, it's a standard Blood Tally based thing. Have more than 0, have more than your opponent, double your opponent to get up to 3 points per turn. The twist being the Skies Darken. The battlefield is divided into quarters as shown on the planet map at the start of each battle combat phase. If one player has fewer points than their opponent, that player picks a quarter of the battlefield, and all fighters wholly within that quarter become Blood Frenzied for the rest of the battle round. And Blood Frenzied simply gives you +1 strength and +1 attack on your melee attacks, which is substantial. That's a massive buff. If you're behind, crazy. Big thing to note though, all fighters. Okay, so if you're behind and you bless a quarter, if your opponent has models in that quarter as well, they will also get blessed. So positioning and timing on the Skies Darken is pretty darn important. Additionally, the first time in a battle round that a fighter was taken down, mark that fallen fighter as Blood Gored, and they're worth double their standard points, including their blessings. So that's pretty cool. Important note though, even though you have control over which quarter becomes Blood Frenzied, if your opponent kills you first with their Blood Frenzied model, if you bless them up with this effect as well, they can score twice on you before you can score if you are a little bit careless with that buff. This is a really fun mission. I've played this before at the Tabletop Scotland. It's a very fun mission. Very, very killy. The Blood Shrine Blossom is another really killy mission. So this one's great. So basically every quarter has a dice next to it, and this represents basically sort of like a blood dice, right? And as models die, the dice goes up in value based on the quarter in which they were killed in. So eventually, if you get, and the value of that dice determines how many points you get for the kill. So early on, a quarter might just generate 1 point for a kill, but at the end of the game, every kill could be worth 6 points. So this really racks up, and timing your kills is super important, because what you don't want to do is to get a bunch of kills early on in the quarter, and then still lose out, because then your opponent comes back in and starts popping your guys off for those juicy like 3, 4, 5, 6 points a pop, and that is devastating when that happens. As a counterbalance, if you're behind, you can choose one quarter and reduce or increase the blood dice by 1, so you can make it sort of places more safe or more lucrative. This is a very fun mission as well, and again, disgustingly killy. Both these missions are just killing. If you can't kill, you aren't doing anything. Stand and fight as well, surprise surprise, is also very killy. So stand and fight, there are objectives. There's 5 objectives. Score 1, control 1, control 2, control more, standard. And there's also a takedown. At the end of the battle, score 2 points if for the following: you took down more than half the fighters in the enemy warband, and you took down the enemy leader. So again, like, this has the control element, but this takedown aspect is going to be sort of like the bit that determines whether or not you're going to win, because that's up to 4 points extra, right? If you can deny your opponent this, fantastic, as well. So you want to deny this whilst also scoring it yourself. Fun times, with the note that resurrected fighters do count as being taken down, which is always good to see, because Soulblight Gravelords can go in the fucking bin. I say this as a Soulblight Gravelords player. The other option is Bounty Hunters. So I start each battle round, start with a player As initiative, each player places a bounty on a fighter in the opposing warband. Players score 2 points whenever an enemy fighter with a bounty on it is taken down, and they score an additional point if that fighter has a wound characteristic of 23 or more. So tying in directly with the blessing count, right? So blessings are more expensive once you hit 23 wounds. Is tying into that. It's a bit unusual to pick 23 and not 25, but I dig it. I'm okay with this. So 23 wounds or more, and an additional point if that fighter was a hero or an ally. So that's kind of spicy. So up to 4 points per turn on this. And resurrected fighters retain their bounty. Interesting. At the end of each battle round, each player scores 1 point for each fighter they control with a bounty. So you can score a lot of points here. So keeping your bounties alive, putting bounties on them, and you're definitely encouraged to put bounties on their scarier things, which is always fun. Okay. Round 3, Blades of Blood. More killing, I am sure. Again, bounty hunters, really killing. Blades of Blood. Quite an aggressive... this deployment, having a guy coming from behind, especially, I love like a turn 2 deployment that deploys not on a board edge, right? It deploys in the middle of the fucking board, basically. I love that because it immediately puts pressure on the center here. That's a really fun deployment. Again, so you for battle, you place 3 objectives. Boom, boom, boom. And you score for 1, 2, and more. Standard stuff. You win if you have, you know, the most points, obviously. Side quest, a bloody victory or none at all. Score 1 point each time enemy fighter within 3 of an objective is taken down. I like this side quest. Normally, this kind of side quest would be you both have to be on the objective. So if you're shooting onto an objective, it doesn't count. But this side quest does not have that restriction, so you could have like a slan, which I'm sure that there would be at least 1 slan at this event, being able to blast somebody from across the board and still score points, which is very, 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 very exciting. Lightning Raid is just a standard. This is actually an objective mission compared to everything else, which has been fairly killy. Lightning Raid and Blades of Blood are a bit more objective centered despite having a kill focus, and Lightning Raid is probably the most objective focused, even though as well it does have that devastate their rank secondary, more points on the kill, and it's also got I think this one will make or break you if you get this. If you have a slow turn 2 shield, you will struggle on this mission a lot because you just won't have the time to get to anywhere relevant bar this objective here, directly next to you, which isn't really the best place to be for a whole deployment, right? So I think with a Lightning Raid in the pool, you've maybe got to plan for that and have a purposely put a faster unit, if you have one, in your shield for sure. And then Reaper, classic Reaper, right? Get more kills than your opponent, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Although it's technically get more kills with higher points values than your opponent to score that. So this is a super killy pack. There is no finesse here really. This is all smash, 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 and that's an interesting way to go. I think it's very enjoyable. I think it'll be a very fun tournament, for sure. So with all that in mind, with the murder focus in mind, we can now go back and check out some warbands. Starting with Paul Jones. Although looking 1 down to Jason Cook, my guy running Ideneth. I mean, mad respect, not going to lie. But Horns of a Shut, Paul Jones. Let's have a look at Paul Jones's list. Alpha with Resilience. So he's a T5 Alpha. Not what I would do personally, but I see a lot of people put toughness on like 20 wound toughness 4 leaders. So like I'm not against it as like, you know, or anything, but I would maybe at this point go with a strength or even a crit, honestly. But toughness is fine. Shatterer, a regular Demolisher. Now you don't see this very often. This guy's got a weapon in the shield, T5, 12 wounds, like 3 attacks, strength 3, 2-4, T4 damage. It's a solid profile, honestly, a little bit low on the strength, but you've got that T5, which is very nice. Very surprising to see those. We've got a Ruinator again. So we have the Alpha. We've got now a regular Ruinator rocking that +1 strength. So the actual Ruinator has a strength 5 lad. Demolisher or Flame Hurler, need it. Another Shatterer, and then he fills out with 3 more crushing weapons. So this is an 8-man list, and I like seeing a lot of Demolishers because you don't see them very often. Sadly, I don't think they're all that good. That strength 3 is a little bit underwhelming, and it hurts them like long term. Like against into nearly anything, I think you've got to struggle to do damage. Even chaff, I think you might struggle, which is a shame. But how would this list play? In a killy pack, sadly, I don't think this list will be able to hold its own against many things. Simply because it's a little bit squishy and it doesn't have the damage to kill. Like the main damage here comes from that Flame Hurler. And as good as the Flame Hurler is, you do kind of want to, right? At first, I thought this was a 1 box, but it's not a 1 box. It's very close to being 1 though. So a 1 box has 3 Shatterers. So he's taken some more Demolishers, basically. I think this will struggle for sure. As much as I like seeing Demolishers, I would love to see this do well, simply because I love seeing Demolishers. Sadly, I think it's going to be a bit of an uphill battle, depending on those matchups. Now, if you went into Idoneth, might be a different story, because those strength 3 guys are going to hit on 4+ and just start bapping through. Quick little thing here, though. A lot of guys with 4 attacks, strength 3-ish, right? Normally, this would be countered to death in old WARCRY. In new WARCRY, counter has been nerfed. So this setup of lads is actually not too shabby, because they'll not be killing themselves. They still will be hitting all that often, but 4 attacks is 4 attacks, right? So we'll see. Depending on matchups, that could do okay, but I think it's a little bit light for a kill pack. Idoneth. Speaking of light, let's go Idoneth. Okay, Thrall Master. So the Thrall Master, it gives out +1 to I believe strength, right? It's +1 strength on a double in a fairly sizable bubble. And then you have that +1 move base, that +1 strength on turn 3. You've got the High Tide, right? So Thralls are strength 4 base. They go to strength 5 on turn 3. They go to strength 6 on turn 3 with High Tide for the rest of the game, with +1 attack for the rest of the game as well. This list actually has a surprising amount of strength to it, right? Like, these Thralls running at their best are like, 4 attacks-ish, strength 6, right? But that is on turn 3. They don't have that until turn 3. They're only strength 4, and they are 1 damage minimum, which is a little bit tricky to deal with. But they've got a net. They've got 3 Reavers, which is a lot of speed. Bearing in mind these are speed 7 on turn 1, turn 2. Right? These are very quick. In an objective mission, in a treasure mission, these Reavers would be amazing. In a kill mission, which all these are, these might struggle quite a bit. Ultimately, I think this list is too squishy. It is 9-man, very nice 9-man, but I think it'll struggle to get damage through up until turn 3, when if your heroes are alive, going to strength 6 isn't too shabby, and then they're going to start at least hitting, but without those 6s, right? Without lining those crits, they're going to really struggle. So really fun list. I think it'll be an absolute joy to play, because I love playing Idoneth, and their movement, being movement 6, movement 7, is a lot of fun to deal with. Alas, I do think this would be picked apart by a fair few lists. Going into Dan's Cruel Boys. Cruel Boys are always pretty good, and this is what we're looking to see. So in a kill pack, this is the kind of thing you want to look at, right? So this is 8 fighters, Bolt Boy Boss. I mean, you just have to, right? He's arguably the best hero you can get in Cruel Boys. He is outstandingly good. No +1 strength on the range attack, which is fine. He doesn't need it. He likes to have it, but he's got other things clearly, so that's fine. Torka Tough Skill for the 2+ net, amazing. Torka's also like a 20 wound, like micro hero, right? He's just a big old chunky boy. Sticker Boy, fine. Brute Boss with Boss Claw and Brute Smasher for 210. So that's the, I believe, is the one with the claw with the more attacks but less strength. Either way, Brute Boss really solid. He'll help out. So there aren't that many objective missions, but the ones that there are here, Brute Boss will be really good. Plus, he's just a killing guy. You love to see it, right? Blood Kings, I think the Hunters of the Horns of a Shut was a 1 box. You can't take the whole box of the points changes. Oh, maybe. True, yeah, in that case, if he's dropped a Shatterer, that would make sense. So it's a 1 box minus 1 Shatterer. You could be right, although 4 Demolishers does seem like... did he get 4 Demolishers? In the 1 box? I can't remember. Maybe he did. But yeah, taking a 1 box Horns of a Shut is kind of wild. Kind of love to see it though. Got a Shank, another 2+ net. Clawback, classic. And a Stab Grab. This is a great list. Right, this is Crewboy soup. I ran more or less this exact same list to Warhammer World, and I think I came second, but I went 4-0, so I won all my games and came second with it. So this kind of list, or a very similar list to this, has done very well in the past. I can see this doing great. It has the kill, it's durable, like Gut Rip has a 15 wounds, right? Like Torque has 20, Brute Boss 30, right? Clawback 35. It hits like a truck, right? From a range up close. It's got nets to control things you don't want to fight. Great list, really good list. I can see this doing really well. Going on to PC Banks with Sylvaneth. I love Sylvaneth. I never see them do particularly well, but I love Sylvaneth. So I'm excited. So we have a Kenneth Hunter with Scythe. Interesting. Evan Questor. Okay, straight off the bat, I've been thrown for a loop here. So with the Questor inclusions, you are no longer able to teleport your hunters. So that's a big sacrifice, but he did put in 2 Evan Questors with Grand Hammers, so they're moving for free anyway. And hunters, moving, 28 wound hunters, I believe they're strength 6, 3 attacks, 3-6 damage on those sides. That's kind of spicy. These guys will get around for free on those Questor, Thundering Strides. You've got Fortitude to make them more durable, 24 wounds, and T5 Questors are pretty good. And then you sort of like finish out with Ilthari, amazing for clearing hordes. Ilthari will do, if you get a quad with Ilthari and you're going into a lighter warband, that 6-inch bubble, like 6 damage in a high quad, boom, 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 things are dying on droves. Crazy. Galan of the Glade is also great. 80 points for a 2 attack strength. I want to say strength 4. 3-6. Great. And Anslane, Revenant Archer, is amazing. Hey Joe, how's it going, man? How's it going, Joe? Anslane is also great. A 65 point archer is just great. She's got a crit 4. Like a really good archer, basically. Arguably one of the best archers for our points, if not the best archer for the points. I like this list a lot. 7-man's a bit small. I think it might run into issues because those hunters are good, but they're not hunt masters, right? They've only got 3 attacks, not the 4. The Questor are good as well, but like they're not like all that great at killing. There's a lot of damage, right? Like most this warband, like 5 out of 7 guys do, including the Ilthari, 6 out of 7 guys are doing like 3-6 damage, like 3 damage minimum, 6 damage on a crit, and 4 damage crits on those Questor. It's interesting. Very, very interesting. Joe, we're talking about LGT and the lists people have been bringing. So it's a kill-centric pack. Every mission's a kill mission, and we're going through and seeing what everyone's taken, having a good time, and just seeing how it goes. We've had a 1-box Horns of a Shut list, which is ballsy as all hell. We've had Idnath Deepkin running all Thralls and Reavers, which is also ballsy as all hell. We've had a standard Destruction Soup Crew Boys list, and this really interesting Sylvaneth list is what we've gotten to now. And this Sylvaneth list, I like the teleporting Kernoth. You can't do that here, but whipping the Kernoth to move again, that's kind of spicy. I haven't seen someone do this before, So I'm actually very interested to see how this goes, because there's a lot of minimum damage here, a lot of high strength, a lot of min damage. A surprising amount of tank. A 28 wound hunter has 24 wound errant questos, right? I'm interested. I have hopes. I have high hopes that this list might do something. So that's good. I'm excited. Andy's rolling in with crew boys as well. He's bringing in the Dankhold. What a legend. A +1 attack on the Dankhold. Let's go. And +4 wounds on Shank and the Stab Grot. Andy, you legend. Okay. Okay, is this Andy Morris? Is this Andy from Southampton? Bristol Andy? Maybe. He's got a lot of games. Sexy. I hope so. And I believe Andy has been running the Dankhold. Like in testing. So Dankhold right off the bat. Dankhold in a 7-man, so like, monsters in 7-man lists are where it's at. If you can't hit 7, don't take a monster. You need to have 7. The reason for that is you do this, right? Because monsters take up a whole deployment zone, right? So you have the monster by itself, and then the other 6 fighters go 3 and 3, right? So then you always have shed tons of activations. In fact, this has as many activations as a 9-man list, no matter what comes on, right? So if these 2 come on, you've got 6 activations. If these 2 come on, you get 6 activations. If these 2 come on, you get 6 activations, right? It's always 6 activations on turn 1. And the Dankhold he's a good lad, right? And the weaknesses of this list are clearly the Stab Grot and Shank. Right? They are the biggest weaknesses here, and they've been shored up with wounds, so he's not going to sacrifice points early. Shank and Stab Grots both have T4, so T4, 10 wounds. It is harder than you think to kill, especially with throwaway attacks. Clawback, love to see it, right? That's some damage there. You've got the Bob Boy Boss, the best boy when it comes to doing any kind of leadering for the crew boys. And this Dankhold, man, is going to cause some havoc, right? The pick people up, crush them to death with these big old 4-8 attacks, and dropping them like near to a charging clawback. Great. And in those missions where you have those very few missions with the objectives, the Dankhold can pluck people off objectives on a triple and just get them off objectives and sort of like mess people that way. He's got like 40-45 wounds. He's nice and durable. He does degrade, but what doesn't degrade is, of course, Dragon Maul. This Dankhold is going to be quite scary. The Dankhold alone is scary, but taking the clawback as well is just like, mwah, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And still hitting 7 fighters. Oh, you love to see it. And yeah, that crew boys list is fun. It is really fun. And blocking the list is very scary. I have high hopes. So far, on all these lists, the crew boys are definitely the ones who are like pulling out all the stops here so far. With that Sylvaneth list being a little bit tricky. Alex, interesting Sylvaneth. Pound for pound, are not the most killy. I'm very surprised there were no nets to... Yeah, good point, Alex, actually. I didn't even think about that. The Sylvaneth list didn't have any nets. And the thing that I'm sure you've noticed is that the scariest lists so far, both the crew boy lists, are rocking at least 1 net. And these are 2+ nets. So they've got the kill on with either a brute boss plus clawback. That's all the kill you need, plus nets, or it's like the Dankhold, plus a clawback, and all the nets you need. So both lists are packing the kill and the support, which is very cool. Ishmael with Seraphon. Oh, okay. Ishmael, this guy, right? This guy is an absolute legend. I believe this list, I have high hopes for just the memes. Let's have a look. Legend. Absolute legend every time this guy pulls it out. 2 slans and a War Hydra. You dirty motherfucker. 2 slans and a War Hydra. 3-man list. This list might actually do amazingly well in this format, right? Amazingly well. Simply because it has so much damage. Right, it's got loads of damage, loads of tank. if he just focuses on like their smaller stuff and blows all their smaller stuff up and racks up all these like kill points and blood tally points, right? That's what he has to do, because every mission is a kill mission. If all of his guys die in one turn, right, it doesn't matter. Like if he gets tabled on turn 4, he lost that one turn, but he's won the other 3 turns, right? So this list could actually go all the way. He always runs the memes. He ran triple slan at Warhammer World once and went 0-4 with it. But in this pack, double slan War Hydra might actually do okay. I'm so excited to see how it goes. I am really excited to see how Ishmael does, because he's a great player and an absolute legend. Ishak, I played him in I've played him twice now. In fact, I think I've lost both times. So I played Ishak at, where was it? Southampton, Storm in the South, earlier this year, and he whooped my butt on game 1. Thoroughly whooped it, and it was not this list. It was very similar though. So this is a 6-man list. Pit champion with damage. That's a flex. Pit champions are really good. We're getting this up, right? Pit champions are great. I like pit champions a lot. I'm going to assume he's putting the damage on his range 1, not his range 3. Yeah, like 22 wounds. You love to see it, right? 22 wounds, love to see it. 4-5-3-5. That's a fun profile. That range 3 for when you want to be a bit safer, right? Lad's got some pretty good attacks as well. Let's have a little gander at this guy's abilities. Yeah, on kill, gets to do things. Champion of the War Pits. Not that great. +1 attack and 6 roll if you get a kill. It's fine. This guy, 4-5-3-5 he's like a budget. I say budget. He costs as much as an Elite Prime, but he's kind of getting an Elite Prime, right? For Chaos in that case. He's a good lad. I like that a lot. So damage on the pit champion, lots of damage. Net, like we're saying, you want those nets, right? You've got 2 nets in here for support. 2 Ogroid Myrmidons with +1 attack. And you might be thinking, why not take 4 Red Crushers? Because they are statistically better than Ogroid Myrmidons. Theme, right? From what I understand, Ishak loves that theme. Myrmidons fit Spire Tyrants like a glove thematically. Plus, those Myrmidons can like poke people nearby, get them to attack again. Those Myrmidons start poking each other. They start poking that pit champion. The damage is racking up, right? You've got 3 serious threats here, right? Like 4-6, is it 4-6 or 4-5, 4-8 on the Myrmidons, and that 4-5-3-6 or 3-5 on that pit champion. It's a good list. And an important thing is, I've played Ishak before, and Ishak's a really good player. Really good. So he could take this and do incredibly well. So this is a really good list. Big fan. And also, it's 100% playing into the pack, right? We've seen a few lists not really playing the pack and just be like sort of just like fun lists here and there. This list is like, nah, man, this is a kill pack. We are going all kill while staying within our Spire Tyrants sort of like bubble that Ishak likes to stay in, which is a huge win for Spire Tyrants, having someone like Ishak play them. Will and his Gloomspite. So Gloomspite got a lot of buffs. Let's have a look. Boingrot Bounder, solid. Snuffler, the tankiest of boys. Velas, yeah, the idea of 2 Myrmidons is pretty spicy, right? Like 2 Myrmidons, there's some sauce going on there. That range 2 as well. T6 range 2, 30 wounds, I believe. 35 potentially. Like they ain't dying easily, and if they get really low on wounds, you can just buff them up. Give them some give them that like +3 attacks or whatever from their ability for being wounded. And there's also like spike their crit all the way to like 14 and go like 4-5, 4-14 or something, right? Insane. They can just blow things up out on at in a pinch, which is great. How on earth have we not seen Gorge and Mopac? I know. Like, I'm hoping they do appear, right? I'm really hoping they appear, but it's staggering how they're not here yet. Blue Spec though, we've got Boing Red Bounder, great. Madcap Destruction, nice and fast, love to see it. Prog, you need that net. In a kill pack, you need nets, right? If you've got access to nets, take nets. Because even the killiest list can't kill everything. You need a way to control things you don't want to fight, or until you want to fight them on your terms. Prog net are great for that. Snuffler, 2 Snufflers for the tankiest boys. Snurk with no blessings, sadly, is fine. Hits hard, squishes all hell, but hits hard. Loon Boss for some, I assume. Okay, I can see it now. The Loon Boss is here for the quad, right? So the Loon Boss's quad is up. If you see, you've got a quad 6. It's like a 6-inch bubble of +6 attacks, and because count has been nerfed, you can do this and not immediately die. So keep that in the back of your head, right? On a turn where Mollog doesn't have 2 attacks, he has 8 attacks. Right? It's very possible. Boggle-Eye for a bit of control. Mollog, of course. Mollog is the way. Mollog is great here. So the reason Mollog's so powerful here is because of his mushroom. Lob that down. It's a kill mission. Again, we're killing things here. If you can make their killy stuff less effective, you're going to have a good time. And Mollog does that for days, right? He lowers their attacks and he smacks back with a 5/10 profile. Like, you do not survive. You can survive, but it's unlikely you will win a straight up fight with Mollog if you're debuffed. And a good Mollog player will make sure you are always debuffed, because that 6-inch bubble is ginormous. So I like this list. I don't think it's in a pure kill mission. You've got to be careful because you've got a lot of things that aren't durable. Right, that Loon Boss is a target. Loon Boss is a hero as well, so he's worth even more normally. So Loon Boss, target. Snurk, target. Boggle-Eye, target. These Snufflers, Prog, these are all squishy targets that can be focused down and killed fairly safely. And if you aren't keeping them safe, and your big killy things aren't, one of which is Snurk, of course, isn't doing the damage, you might find yourself falling behind on those kill points quite quickly. Especially when this list is also slow. The Boing Red Bounder's fast. That's it though, right? Like Mollog, he's only got a 6-inch threat, 7 when he's rushing, right? Like a little bit slow. I think it's a fun list. I think they'll do okay. But compared to like some of the power lists we've seen so far, I think this one does struggle and is a little bit under the curve for raw damage. Our 3rd Crew Boys player with Robin. Oh, okay. Love it. This list is hilarious. Firstly, I'm aware that Robin he was in the Discord. He's plonked the of course the goblin reaction. So as people move in, your big things moving for free. Of course, I always forget that reaction exists. It's such a good reaction. This list has been set up incorrectly. Which Robin's aware of now. It's going to get fixed on the day. It's absolutely fine. It's Robin's first tournament. He thought that he had to split it as evenly as possible with the points, not models. That's fine. A big win here. I mentioned this earlier on Lightning Raid. Shield turn 2 is like the most important thing on Lightning Raid. If you've got a slow turn 2 on Lightning Raid, you're going to struggle. The Killer Boss on Gnashtooth, 1, great model. 2, pretty darn good as well, if quite expensive. 3, really fast, and it's in the shield. So going on turn 2, this is the ideal thing you want in your turn 2 deployment. Not only that, 3 Bolt Boys, 3 Bolt Boys, insane. Just love to see it. Love to see that. They've only got 2 shots a pop, but you know, doubles are cheap, right? Just spam out, spam for days, aim straight, hope for the best, right? 3 Bolt Boys is hilarious. Boss with Mace and Sword, solid. And then some a sticker and a hacker. Fine. I prefer stickers to hackers in general. Especially with that savagery blessing. Got a crit 5? Crit 5 from those spears? Kind of sexy. No going lies, kind of sexy. This is fun. It's very fun. I think it's a little bit squishy though. Those man skewers are going to get killed, I think. Targeted and beaten down. Because they're no more durable than a gut ripper, right? So if you're going to kill something, you're going to kill these man skewers. That killer boss is that centerpiece is going to be a fun time. We'll see how it goes. I think again it's a little bit under the curve. It's a lot of fun though, right? It's a lot of fun. I'm loving these like fun lists with unusual things like 2 slams and a hydra. Or even just seeing a killer boss, right? It's been a while since I've seen a killer boss on Great Gnashtooth. It's been a long while. Miriam with monster killers. Not technically Cruel Boys, it's Cruel Boys adjacent, but we'll love to see it. Ooh, baby. Oh, wow. Going all out. Okay. 1, Headcracker, the Gobbermork. Legend. Okay. And right away. Okay. The idea here is to get that crit stuff off, so those Gnarlwoods go to fucking town with like crit a bajillion. Like crit 7, I think, crit 6, crit 7 with the Headcracker buff. They're fast as well and durable. Those harpoons for Rip It Out. 3 harpoons is a lot of harpoons. And the Beast Knob, right? This is actually a really damaging list. Like, let's not beat around the bush. It's a bit squishy. It's monster killers. They're squishy. They've got the wounds, but not the toughness. They'll fall down quickly. But 3 harpoons, 3 Rip It Outs, the speed on the Howlers, the Beast Knob obviously being outstanding. Headcracker has triple. Headcracker has quad. Guy does like 35 damage. Like, you get a quad off, this guy blows anything up. Right? He's insane. Like, all those big, those Myrmidons, Headcracker could like legit solo one of them by himself with it on the right turn. If the stars align, Headcracker could just blow up a Myrmidon. It's hilarious. This is a good list. Like, will it win? I think there's some better lists. That being said, though, this has damage for days. It's, again, another really interesting list I love a lot. And yeah, Joe, the Beast Knob is so good. In a world where the Brute Boss has been getting more expensive, because the Brute Boss's utility is so good that they had to increase the Brute Boss's points for balance, right? The Beast Knob gets better because this guy hasn't changed. He's still 200 flat. And he's always been better than the Brute Boss for killing. I expect to see the Beast Knob more. I've expected to see him more, but we don't. And it's sad because we should. He's really good. Did he have points left over for blessings? If he has, he's not put them on here. Let's do some quick maths. What, that's 250. 480. 595. What was it? 700. 600. Sorry. 600. 800. Yeah, he's like 25 points left over, right? What would you do with 25 points? I don't know. Honestly, probably strength on Headcracker would be like strength on him, crit on him. Good to go, maybe. He hasn't put it down. I assume that's what I would do. I think with 25 points left over would be strength and crit. Unless Headcracker's got too many wounds, at which point it would be just strength on Headcracker probably. And you're good to go. Fun list, really fun list. I don't often see 3 harpoons. I think 2 is like the usual take, like 2 plus like a big old, like the big old chainsaw thing. +1 toughness on the knob. Yeah, T5 knob. That's kind of spicy. Yeah, he's what, 25? He's 25 wounds, right? Joe plays Cruel Boys quite a bit. I'm pretty sure he's 25 wounds on the Beast Knob. Yeah, okay, yeah. So T5. T5, 25 wounds is actually pretty spicy, for sure. Good list, love it a lot. Craig's taking Soul Blight. Crit on both Howlers. Yeah, crit on both Howlers would be pretty good. Are those Howlers... I need to check. Are those Howlers... The RT4. Okay, here is that. 5 attacks, fucking hell. Okay, here is that. You put the crit, right? You put the crit on the Howlers, so they're 5-3-2-5. Headcracker, they're 5-3-2-8, and you just yeet these guys with the force of 1,000 suns into anything, and you hope you roll like 5 6s and just blow shit up. Those Howlers are going to be just nightmarish to deal with. Frankly, everything is. Headcracker putting that triple on anything, that thing's going to die, right? Next Slice says, I'm sure these are crit 5, right? Only 2 attacks, but it's still crit 5. You start rolling those crits. Like, everything here is now hitting crit 8, right? That's insane. That's so much fun. So much fun. Craig's taking Soul Blight. I'm not convinced Soul Blight will do well here. I haven't looked at it. But unless he's taking like hyper kill, I think Soul Blight struggles. Okay. Morlock's good. Love to see Judgement. You don't see Judgement very often. Let's be fair. Oh, yeah. Do the crits on 5s as well. Yeah. Oh, Joe. I'm getting all hot and sweaty. Don't stop like... Ooh. Crit on 5. Crit 8. Let's fucking go. So Judgement, love to see it. And okay, so this is a smash together of Prince Deval and the Sons of Elmon. It's fine. It's fine. Like, it's not killy enough. I think for this mission, it's not killy enough. Sure, you can revive things, bring them back to life, and just like vibe with the revives. But revives are being punished a little bit. They've been punished a little bit in the pack from the bonus wording, which is what it is. I think the only killy thing in this whole list is Deval, realistically, and Deval's not going to carry, right? Into some of the weaker lists in this pack, it'll do fine. But like this into even the Mimi double slan War Hydra list, I think that list just rips through this like nothing, right? Like I think into some of the stronger lists, I think it's going to just really struggle to get those kills, and it's got to bleed points, just bleed them, because of the fact that everything's so killy, right? NS is taking Dark Oath. I better say a Wilder Fiend here. I know nothing in this list, Death. I have no idea. Well, with Soul Blight, right? Soul Blight has so many Bladeborn that you could probably just like randomly throw it together as a list of made up names, and it'll probably work. Oh yeah, that checks out. Just they've got all the Bladeborn, all the extra stuff. Games Workshop loves skeletons and zombies. Now this list, I wanted to see Wilder Fiend. I see Wilder Fiend. I am immediately happy. War Queen +1 strength. Love to see it. That 5-5-2-4. Solid profile. Deathbringer. Finally. We haven't seen many Chaos lists yet, but Deathbringer in a kill pack. Abso-fucking-lutely. Let's go. War Queen, solid. Getting those Marauders around. Marauders are fine at killing all the chaff. So, get her into chaff, kill the chaff. Get these guys into chaff, kill the chaff. Wilder Fiend, kill everything else. Deathbringer, target the big things. This is a fine list. I do think it might struggle again. Again, it's not hugely killy in the hugely killy kill pack. It's not massively killy, but it does have some tools that will just fuck people up. Deathbringer being one of them. And the Wilder Fiend getting a quad off to go just ape shit on one guy. Be amazing. Vilas, I liked his list. All like, this is all pretty sweet. Mid-range. Suddenly Deathbringer. Yeah, it is. It's like, oh yeah, this is a nice little list. What the fuck? There's a Deathbringer as well. Nah, it's a great list. Love it. Caradon. Okay. Preemptive warning. Yeah, where's Nadia? Exactly, Nadia. Yeah, so Nadia in the Dark Oath list, beautiful. Nadia in any list is great, but Nadia going to town in a kill pack, that flat damage, those big toughy things, great. Killing the trap, great. Block Kings, Deathbringer versus the War Hydra. Pray for the Hydra. Oh my god, that Hydra drags in the Deathbringer, hoping to get an easy kill. Deathbringer survives. Has a triple 1, rolls to 6. Bada bish, bada boosh. Gets to 1 and 6, murders the Hydra instantly. That's the play. That's like the that's the dream right there. Caradon's next, so not to throw a shade on Lee. I don't know Lee. However, not a huge fan of Caradon as a thing. They kind of annoy me, honestly. That being said, though, I see flying dwarfs, and I am immediately happier. This is a 7-man list with a Kazgan Dragon Skewer, a Sky Warden, and an Engine Master in dirigible suit. List is cracked. 10 out of 10. Triple balloon KO. Next to no damage in a kill pack, but all the speed. Love to see it. I don't think he'll do well in this pack, but the fact he took triple Balloon Boy, we have to believe in triple Balloon Boy. And also legit as well, because he's all in faction, let's not like undersell this, he can just pick a guy and that guy won't fucking die. Right? Like, like running like a Sky Warden or an engine suit guy or Kazgan into like a Myrmidon, odds are the Myrmidon doesn't kill Kazgan in one attack because of a good deal. The battle trait is so fucking good. It's so good. So you never know. This could do okay, but I think it's a bit low on the damage there. Deathbringer claims the Skull of Rulers, but I am sure Korn would settle for 3 Hydra Skulls. Definitely. Sam running Seraphon, another Seraphon player. He's named the list. I didn't manage to get Crowjax painted in time. Croxigo, love it. I like Croxigo a lot. No Kixie. Okay, I like Croxigo less without a Kixie Taka. Not going to lie. Simply because they're too slow. They've only got a 6-inch threat range. They're easy to avoid. However, in a kill mission, you definitely want at least one Croxigo, right? Let's be fair. Or a War Hydra if you're looking at Isaac's list. Ishmael's list. So yeah, Croxigo. Awesome. Love to see it. Skink Priest. Hero with +1 strength on might. Honestly, just take Kixie Taka at that point. Honestly. Especially if you're using the proxy. Just take Kixie. He helps the list more. Because of the triple, right? +1 move. Really helps that Croxigo get on the board. And there's a bunch of Saurus. Art of Patel. Love to see it. A Sunblood. Yeah. So, I think Seraphon struggle in straight up kill missions because they're not the killiest, right? They're really killy stuff's slow. It hits hard, but slow, right? But you've always got to factor in Tearing Bite. Everything but the Skink Priest and Otterpatel can kill anything, right? Right? Like the Sunblood, like could potentially just go up, it's one tap anyone he wants, right? Just whatever, boom, explodes, that guy dies. I assume the Sunblood is at strength 6 with this Might Blessing, strength 5 at the very least, right? Like I assume 6 though. That Sunblood pops most things. And because of the thing I've noticed here as well, so this is like a from experience thing, because counter's been removed from the game, what happens is your default reaction is Starblood, right? Well, I think it's called Starblood, where you turn hits, crits into hits. So yeah, like turn crits into hits means you are tanking hits for days, and a lot of things will really struggle to kill a Saurus Warrior even with massive damage pools, right? It's kind of spicy. Strength 5 only is fine, right? Like, that's fine. I think it'll be good enough. Andy, the Danko list is indeed Andy Morris. Yes, let's go. Love to see it. That list got people going, ooh, damn. That's some spice. That list is spice, Andy. I'm a big fan of it. Hi, Toast. Sam here running the pure Seraphon list. Hey Sam. I'm looking at the list right now. It's my first tournament, but massively looking forward to it. I wrestled with Kixie over a regular priest. Yeah, I think for me, I prefer Kixie Taka. Although I think the Skink priest does have different abilities, right? I think he has that cool snake ability. I don't think Kixie has. This is a cool list, though. Again, like when it comes to Seraphon, everything's a threat. Everything is, even Otterpaddle. If he starts rolling those crits, things just go down, right? So like this is going to be, I think, like any Seraphon list into any kill pack, you have to be wary of every single model on that list. And when you've got the Crocs go for that reliability, the Sunblood for some big old smash, it's going to be a fun time. I want to free up all my triples for Tearing Bite. That's fair. Yeah, and Titus Serpents as well. Dude, that's sound logic. Honestly, I can see that. Like, Titus Serpents is a great ability, and more Tearing Bite is more Tearing Bite. And love it. I like this list a lot, just because of the raw kill potential. Going into Aaron's Flame Seekers, again, I said before, Bias, Caradon, don't like them. Bias, Vulcan, best list. Energy straight away. Oh, baby. Double Droth. You love it. Oh, double Droth, double Thane. Oh, I'm having a moment. Holy God. So I love Kindle Droths. Like, they are like I've always loved Kindle Droths. Holy shit. I was running double Kindle Droth before the buff. I am so glad that the one Vulcan Flameseeker player is running double Kindle Droth, double Thane with the Droth Master still. King shit. Absolute king. Strength on the Thane. Legend. Okay. The one criticism I have, I'm all Bakaz. You know, I can't bring myself to not take crit 5 on those Bakazes. So I'm not a fan of the split axis personally. I know a lot of Flameseeker players love them. In for me. Other than that though, list is great. This is a really fun list. 4-4-2-4, I believe, on that Great Axe. Great. The 5-5-2-4s on those Thanes. Great. Double Droths. You can revive them as well. Love it. Would have been better to put wounds on the Kindle Droths as opposed to strength on the Thanes, possibly. Getting those Droths back at 14 wounds because they revive on full wounds. Kind of spicy, right? Kind of spicy. But still, strength 5. And like with Seraphon, where every model's a threat, right? Every model's a threat. Even those Kindle Droths are a threat, right? Never underestimate Ignite Weapon. It's terrifying. Like with Seraphon, they have the same reaction. So as well, you aren't guaranteed kills. There are a lot of things that just bounce off of your reaction. Or you go from being basically a guaranteed kill to being super unlikely to die. As an example, Mollog cannot kill a Scale Breaker. Right? In a single turn. In a single swing, sorry. You can tank that, swing back with 2 attacks, and just chunk that guy for days. Andy. Alex, what's up everyone? Some really fun lists for this one. Looking forward to rolling some dice with my Slave to Darkness. Well, I'm hoping to get you a list in a second. Vulcan, love it. Oh, so we've got the double whammy. We've got off-meta musings followed by Alex. And sadly, off-meta's list, it's really fucking good. It's really good. The Lizard Wizards. I played against this list on stream. It is just, it's sick. It's a nasty list. Slan Star Master +1 strength. That's a strength 5 sharp, 12-inch range. It controls the board. Right, if you've got chaff, it dies. End of the story. And then everything else here. Oh, we took 1. Interesting. Everything else here is just speed. Right? If you don't have speed in your list, you are not catching any of this. None of this gets caught. Right? Like, Itan can just go, you can't catch me, I am too fast. They're Riverblades. They're moving 5 base, moving 6 if they're using a double. Their double is reliable damage, right? And if you have chaff in your lists, they're getting plucked away. Just bap, 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 bap. With those daggers. And with the right setup, which Itan will definitely be doing, you'll set it up so that a bunch of guys are on like death's door from daggers. And then the next turn, the Star Master goes boom, 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 gets a triple kill. It'll happen. It happened to me. Disgusting. Will this list win? Is my question. And potentially. The issue is, I think that this list's biggest counter, okay, the biggest counter to this list is this. Double Slan War Hydra. If Itan clashes into double Slan War Hydra, I think he loses. Like, the Slan will shred those elves for days. And the War Hydra, this motherfucker will grab whatever he wants and just tear them apart. Like, it's going to be a sad. I think it'll be a struggle. It'll be interesting to see. Itan's a fantastic player. He might be able to dance around that and do okay. But I think some lists do well into this. But at the same time, if you don't have the speed or the control to get them to actually engage you, you're going to struggle. And again, it's a kill pack, right? So you've got to factor in, oh, well, you need to get kills. You don't need that many kills to win, as long as your guys don't die. Right? As long as he's killing your chaff and his chaff survives, then it's fine. So, excuse me, this list is disgusting. And having played it twice, it's not very fun to play against. It's just, it's very dirty. It's a fun list though. I like it a lot. I can see this winning. With the right matchups, this could do really well. Then Alex, chat's been a buzz with this list. The only Slaves to Darkness list here, I think, and also like there's only 3 Chaos lists as in general. Okay, there's 4 with ones for sure. Alex, let's look up. Kulkoth's Chosen. Chaos, yes, yes. Chaos Lord on Karkadrak. This boy is like a. I'm going top of my head here. He's a 5/5, 4/5. Has to be with brutality 5/5, 4/5. Has to be right. There's just no other way. At 3/7/5, there's no way this guy's got less than 5 attacks, and like 3/5 damage minimum before blessing. Right, the guy's insane. Love it. Love. So good, so good. And plus, again, he's a Chaos Lord, right? So he has access to. If he gets a kill, he gets to move and attack again. Launch this fucker into combat and just blend shit and just move and kill more shit. Amazing. The Bane of Chaff. Like with the Slan, Kulkoth the Red is just the Bane of all chaff. And then my boy's tanking. He's not even trying to do anything else. It's just like, kill chaff, my chaff lives. That's it. Kill chaff, my chaff lives. 15 wounds, toughness 6. That's all you need. That's all you need. Just tank and spank, right? With their reaction to heal a flat 3 when they react as well. You have like these guys aren't dying to chaff. They can tank for days in a lot of things. Kind of good. And then we tie it all up with this Chaos Knight with Cursed Lance. Also pretty spicy, right? They have the ability, I believe, the ability to do it's like dice value damage on when they move. so they can like just do that big old burst of damage. And I believe they're like, I want to say 3 attacks. Let's have a look. Chaos Knight, well, the lance there. Chaos. What's Chaos Lance? Let's have a look. 3, 4, 2, 5. Absolutely solid. I believe they will have the ability to do that little, the Boomba. Yeah, Trampling Hooves, great ability. Excellent. Love it. See it. He's, I would see the Chaos Knight as he's the fast moving target. He runs in, he blows a guy up who's on low wounds. Yeah. Awesome. Hey Ziggy, how's it going? And yeah, realize it is fun. It's fun to see a Chaos Warriors list. Like you don't see it very often, and I'm glad that there's no marauders in sight. Just Chaos Warriors and big shit as far as the eyes can see. Love it. Yep, the impact hits are spicy, especially with the faction battle trait. Oh, I forgot that was even a thing you can do. That if you've got less, is it less models than your opponent? You get +3 to the result, right? Is that what it was? Yeah. So while more enemy fighters are taken down, add 3. Yeah, that's so reliable. That's so good. And you will be doing that because this Karkadrak is going to run right in and just kill the nearest chap he finds. Turn 2, Badoosh, Warrior, the Knight's up and running. Let's go smash face. Saw this list painted on Discord. It looks fun to play. Also makes a big rampage. Yeah, big rampage. Yep. Get those guys up there and just start smashing. That's very cool. Also, I just realized that the battle trait's right there. So yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. It's a fun list. Really fun list. Into some of the murderia list. The murderia. Sure. The murderia lists. It might struggle a little bit, but even the killiest of lists have something squishy in them. And once you find that squishy bit and pop it, the list goes off. And yeah, toughness 6 chaff. Like, the highest strength, because there's no Vexmores. I've just realized there is not a single Vexmore here. So the highest strength in the event is 6. And I think it's on one guy, and that's at Croxigo. I think everyone else is at mostly strength 5 at the top end on most things. So these Chaos Warriors are like getting hit on a 4+ by like one guy in the whole event, and everyone else is like tanking and spanking on a 5+. These guys tanked the War Hydra, who I think is only strength 5. So theoretically, these warriors could like stand toe to toe with the Hydra and like not necessarily die because that thing's missing a lot, which is entertaining to think about, especially with that heal as well. That reaction heal is pretty spicy. And then we end it all off with Alan Bevan. Let's have a little gander. Gloomspike gets 2. Electric Boogaloo. Oh! Immediately. I'm so happy. This is the list. This is the list. Mollog the Mighty, +1 attack. Dankhold, +1 attack. 2 Rock Guts. Legend. Absolute legend. Could they not have fit in a swamp? Is a swamp troll more expensive? It's okay. Like, I like the Rock Gut more than the Fellwater, but like the little madman at the back of my head is like, but take all the trolls. Just take all the trolls, right? But no, this is a great list. 4 trolls, Mollog, Dankhold, 2 Rock Guts. This is a tanky list. Bearing in mind, all these can heal. I think Mollog can heal. The Dankhold can heal, which is fair. Rock Guts can heal, a T5, hit like a ton of bricks. They can reduce your attacks, right? The combo, Mollog, bam, mushroom down, -1 attack. You attack that Troggoth, boom, he farts in your face. Bada bish, bada boosh, -2 attacks in the mushroom bubble. Right? Everything suffers, right? Mollog alone makes everyone suffer immensely. Rock Guts making that even more suffering, amazing, right? These Rock Guts, rockets in a Moloch bubble, I don't think can die. Like realistically, like 28 wounds, I think. Like realistically, T5 28 wounds minus 2 attacks. Get out of here. Get out of here. They ain't dying anytime soon. This is a great list. This is really fun. This will kill a lot of things. This and the Ishak's Slan Hydra list, also amazing. Seeing 3 monsters here, kind of love it. You've got 2 Dankholds and the War Hydra. It's kind of spicy. And the monster lists are fun. Like, this list is really fun. It looks really good. And this pack looks really good. May struggle into Aitan's list because it's so slow compared to the elves. But other than that, though, this just smashes stuff. This goes in and goes bap, bap, bap. Everyone dies. It's a fun time. And Andy's list as well. This is gross in the best way, right? I think there's a lot of fun lists and lots of like proper, like tuned, less maximized kill lists. I think Andy's list is the ideal for me. And if I was to run in this tournament, I would run something close to Andy's list, simply because it has all the pieces I like to see. It's got the threat projection, the Bolt Boy boss. It's got a secondary projector on the clawback. It's got the Dankhold for just the wonderful, like, 3/3 monster deployment. Love to see it. Dankholds are just good stuff, right? The weaknesses are shored up with those wound blessings, and it has that net. So things you don't want to fight, you don't have to, and the Bolt Boy boss is there, killing off chaff. Always critting on the 4+ on aim shot means that you can really punch through those wounds from 15, 20 inches, or whatever it is on the Bolt Boy boss. Like, you're putting the damage through. This is a fantastic list. It has everything. It doesn't lean too much on the kill. But it has enough kill plus all the other pieces that I think will make it shine long term. So I think, of all the lists that I've seen, there's some great ones. I think it has to be, for me, if I was a betting man, I'm not going to rate them necessarily, but I am going to make the top three, like first, second, third, in any order, right? So in no particular order. I think it has to be Andy. His list, it's fucking amazing. Then going down, Ishak, Double Myrmidon. This list is actually really spicy. I think this list has the Double Myrmidon. I can't get over the fact that they can poke each other to attack again. They're big smashy things that can make each other smash more, right? I think Ishak's up there. And then, yeah, it's Aitan, I think, right? This is so disgustingly, like, against the grain, which is in typical Aitan fashion. It's so against the grain, it has to do well. In a kill pack, he has like one guy who can kill, right? Like, okay, I think a lot of these lists are really good, but for me, I think it's like top three be Andy, Ishak, Aitan, and then like in a close fourth, Alex, because just the T6, the healing, and the Karkadrak. Although I think it'd be Alan and Alex are neck and neck on fourth, right? I think, yeah. So like top three, Andy, Ishak, Aitan, with like neck and neck Alex and Alan up there in fourth. And Miriam's, yeah. Yeah, the monster hunters are really cool as well. I think there's some not the meme lists that exist, I'm not like the which are obviously hilarious. I think the Monster Hunters list is up there, while still it has the gimmick. It has I love good gimmick. You've got to have a bit of a gimmick, and the list has the gimmick, right? It has the head cracker. And the head cracker with the harpoons it's a good time, right? And the howlers and the beast knob, everyone's crit 8, we're having a good time. Yeah, you've got to brush up on those. Yeah, the monster hunting abilities, they're bad. They're bad. Is the sad like truth of the matter is that most of them are just not good. Let's have a gander. Whilst we're here. With so many monsters on the horizon. Also, where's the Vortex Beast? Terrible. Can't believe no one took a Vortex Beast. So you've got 3. And I think the only one worth thinking about is Binding Ropes. Because it's just cheap, right? But you've also got to get the 1 inch. So on a double, pick a lad, roll some dice equal to the value of the ability, and for each 4+, for each 4+. For each 4+? Gee, what? For each 4+. Subtract 1 from their movement to a minimum of 3. You get a high enough double and you roll that and roll like 3, 4 4+, that monster ain't going anywhere. Like, Dank Holds, the Hydra, like, they're like move 5. Move 5? Move 6 tops, right? Surely. Move 5. Hydra, move 6? Move 6. Yeah. You get 2 4+ on the Dank Hold. Guys moving 3, you ain't doing shit. You get it on the 3 of them. On the Hydra, move 3 for the rest of the battle as well. It becomes so slow, it's just hard. It'll struggle to stay relevant. Even with its 6-inch bubble on its thing. Like a 9-inch threat range is scary, but it's manageable. You can deal with a 6-inch Dragon Maul 3-inch move. You can deal with that, right? Yeah, it's all down the initiative roll. That's true. You could just, get in there straight away and just rip your head off and then you're dead. So you might not be able to get it off, but if you do get it off, you can do some pretty serious work on that. Go for the eyes isn't too bad. If the next attack action made by this fighter targets any monster, scores any crits. Oof. That's not fun. It is good though. It's not good. It's not. I'm not even gonna lie. It's not good. It's unreliable for one, and -1 attack sure until the end of the battle is fine. But like, come on. -1 attack? Just fucking play Mollog. Throw a mushroom down. Have a good time. Not good. That's just like, Binding Ropes is outstanding. Go for the eyes is just, it makes me sad. Taunt though. Pick an enemy monster within 6 inches and roll a dice ability. If a 4+ is rolled on any dice until the end of the battle round, until this fighter is taken down, attack actions made must target this fighter. What the fuck? Why would you burn a quad on that? That's a quad. What? Okay. What? There is some niche play there. But realistically, just rampage it. Just rampage the thing and try and kill it or weaken it to the point of irrelevance, right? Terrible. Yeah, out of all of these, it's just Binding Ropes. Everything else is just not good enough. Alex, what would you have brought to this one? Ooh, I don't even know. That's the thing. Like, I was set on not going from early on. Just because London is awkward to get to from where I am. So it was a bit awkward. So I didn't really think about it. But if I was to take something, I would take a monster for 1. Because I like monsters. So for me, I had 2. If I had 2 back of the head ideas, 1 for the meme, 1 not for the meme. The not meme, I think, would be like zombie dragon. Take soul blight. With zoop to the bottom. Or not quite that far. Went too far. Zandara, Toil, Crack Tomb, Pick. Zombie. Then from here, you give Zandara +1 strength, and you vibe with that dragon. Movement 12, fly, 50 wounds, 5/5/4/8. Fuck things up. The reason I took Zandara, you could take Downless, I guess. Zandara lets you take 7 man. 7 man's always good. The zombies aren't going to do much. You would largely have them to hide. It's Zandara with her zombies though, give you so much activation advantage, because you have the equivalent of a 9-man warband here in raw activation. With Zandara, her double lets all of your guys move twice. I will move once and then move a second time if you do it twice in 1 turn. So you go from like a activation weight of 9 to like a potential activation weight of 11 with Zandara at that point, right? And that lets you then use your dragon in the most effective way possible. It might not do great though, because seeing all the lads that have been taken, I think my list will just get crushed, frankly. So this would be my idea. I don't think it'll do very well. For the memes, it has to be this, right? Like, you go help it. You go Cypher Lords. In a kill pack with monsters and memes, go Thrall Master. Fill out on noobs. You ain't get 6 though. This list is not good enough, sadly, either. With only like 6 guys, you don't have like you don't have the raw power of a 7-man list, but you do have a teleporting hell pit, and at that point, I think you win the moral victory, right? It's just a good time. Ken, I reckon you are better off just trying to bracket a monster's damage rather than waste a triple. Yeah. Yeah, Ken, you're not wrong. Untamed Beasts. Untamed Beasts. I mean, the Heart Eater is pretty good, right? I think they would struggle. I think they're too squishy, and they've got no what is it? Nets. They've got a pull, but no like real support, right? Martin, how's it going, man? Nice to see you, and you're rather wonderful. I don't know how you even did that, but you're rather wonderful little green highlight there. Very sexy. 1 clawback, 2 great clubs with 1 attack. Gorgia. Oh, yes. Okay, Alex. Yes, I completely forgot. Of course, Gorgia Morpack. There's no Gorgia Morpack representation. In a pack with no treasure missions at all and all murder, Gorgia Morpack are like eerily absent. And Clawback, 2 +1 attack, great clubs. A 4th Gorgia. Brewgit to wind 1 guy from Boglight for debuffs. Let's punch it in, lads. This is it. My lists are terrible. Mine. I don't think either of those would have done well, because they don't have the chops. But this list, Alex is cooking with fire here. Boom, Boggle Eye, Brewgate, boom, boom. Yeah, it's so good. Oh, hang on. Sadly, I don't think this is illegal. Oh, unless the Gorger with Club is cheaper than the regular Gorger. It is. Oh my god, it is cheaper. Alex, you're a legend. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Now, this list would make waves. Because, yeah, the goblins are obvious targets, right? Whatever, who cares? Brewgate winding up like a Great Club or a Clawback, and they just go off. Everyone's got charge. Everyone's moving 5. Everyone's strength 5 minimum. 3/6 damage minimum, right? These guys would just blitz things for days. It'll be a fun time. In a kill pack, I can't believe that Gorgers did not exist at all in this in LGT. You know what? I doubted the idea. I regret my doubts, Joe. You're not wrong here. True Blood, Deathbringer. Bish bash boosh. And then you slap in the list I took for Warhammer World for Road to Gold. 9-man list. Although I would, frankly, I wouldn't do that. I would take this as a like this. Reason for that is purely because I'm greedy and I like to have blessings. +1 damage, Heart Eater. +1 attack, Deathbringer. That would be 50 points in total. So you're at 995. Heart Eater, 5535. Fuck shit up. Deathbringer, 4534. Insta kill. Let's go. True Blood, pick a guy, tell her to fuck off. First Fang, you pull shit into your Deathbringer, murder the thing. Prayer Taker's Horse's Blade is going to die. Let's be fair. It's not going to survive. But 4424, it's final kill and chaff. And then you've got 3 place runners. And those guys are just there to reaction carry and to maybe put a bit of weight on those objective missions near the end of the tournament. This could do well. This could do well. This is literally just what I took to Warhammer World, though. Though I had a Vex more as opposed to Deathbringer, because Deathbringer didn't exist back then. But yeah. This is Untamed Beasts are a great base for a lot of things. This could do well. My concerns are that it's a little bit squishy, which is my concern I had at Warhammer World, was that it was too squishy. And it was a bit squishy. It did well, but there was also times where I just got completely just flattened by rat ogres, specifically on game 1. So it's pretty spicy. It's pretty spiceless as well. Overall, this is a really fun lineup. I think, like a lot of tournaments in the UK specifically, I don't look at the US not too much. So correct me if I'm wrong here. But the UK like meta, there's always a nice balance of like that's a saucy list, and like damn, that's some cheesy ass, that's some like crazy meme, right? It's a nice balance between like the meme and the hardcore stuff and all that nice stuff in the middle, right? It's nice and spicy. I kind of want this list to do really well though. Like, I know in my heart of hearts it probably won't, because 4 Thralls and 3 Reavers, that's a lot of that's a lot of not very good stuff. But it is fast, and give it, you know, some time. Wait until that turn 3 to pop off High Tide, right? High Tide and the Power of the Tides will come in as well. You never know. It might, you might roll 1,000 sixes and get all those crit falls off and just delete somebody. It'd be a fun time. No, the Untamed Beasts have that pull. The Hearty is great. Like, the Hearty, the Prey Taker in Untamed Beasts, excellent model, really good. That pull's great. The only issue is that pull is on a triple, so you might struggle to get the pull off into that Hearty, into the Deathbringer murder box. Because realistically, you would want to have like a really big pull, like a 5-inch pull into a 6-dice Deathbringer Killer Kings, and getting that off is fairly unlikely, I guess. But it's still good though. Anyone know if they're going to live stream any of this? So knowing Phylax, he does try to live stream like usually game 1 or game. He's done game 1 and I think he's live streamed game 4 before. So he might put people on a live stream table, but I don't know, sadly. Possibly. He normally does. He doesn't normally do the whole event. But there might be like one game streamed at some point during it, which would be pretty darn spicy. But after looking at all these lists, I'm jealous. Like I know it wasn't feasible to go to London, but at the same time, it looks so fun. There's a lot of fun lists here. Oh my! How could I forget? PC Banks. I need to know how this does. Like, again, Heart of Hearts, I think it might struggle just because it doesn't have the support element. It's just got the damage with 0 support, and I think you need some support for a kill list to really shine. Again, Andy Morris's list is fantastic for that. This list has none of the support that Sylvaneth has in its list, in its lineup. It can do it, but it doesn't have it. But this whole Questor Scythe thing, that's kind of spicy, right? So I would like to know what they do with that and how that goes. But I'm gonna be watching the tally, the leaderboards as the day goes on, just to see how everyone's doing, because it'll be a good time. And I'm sure that Phylax will do Phylax and Aitan, because Aitan will definitely do a video covering his at least his part of it, and Phylax will likely do a stream himself after the event. No support. I mean, yeah, it has the Questor stuff, right? But by support, I mean it doesn't have like nets, right? It doesn't have the net stuff. So the list is really there to kill things, but it doesn't have an option to go, I don't want to fight you, right? So there's no pulls, there's no way to manipulate your opponent in any kind of way. It's pure, I'm gonna go kill you. But as good as Sylvaneth are at killing things, they're not like top tier murderers, is like part of their issue. Is that in like a straight up kill fest, I don't think they do the killing quite well enough. That being said, this list does have a lot of fucking killing it. As I said, most this warband is landing minimum damage 3, so it'll punch through a lot of things. But that's why I'm interested. I'm interested to see how it goes. There's a bunch of lists here that I think I'm just genuinely interested to see how they fare. But I think I'll call it there. Bit of a shorter stream today, simply because I am ill still. So my throat is a bit sore and I'm a little bit fatigued today. But I want to get a stream out, and I want to natter about WARCRY UK's Lord of the 8 Points London Grand Tournament. So yeah, it was a fun stream. Got a nat about all the lists. I'm excited to see how it all pans out on the end. And good luck to everybody who's going, especially the people who are in chat. So thank you everyone for popping in and saying hello. It's been a good time. and hopefully I'll be a bit less on death's door by the time next week rolls around. This is week 2 of being ill on stream. So hopefully week 3 is when it all goes away and I am able to not be half asleep while streaming. But until next time, everyone, I'll catch you.